In life, you have teachers, you have school teachers, you have parents that teach you, principles, morals, and values. You have your peers that pressure you into, doing negative or maybe sometimes positive things. You have the public school system that's telling you what to do. You have billboards, you have commercial ads, you have videos, music videos, you have movies. You're bombarded every day with people telling you what to do, but you don't even realize it. It's like you don't pay attention to it because you're so engulfed and involved in the matrix, and you don't even realize it. You don't even realize it. You laugh at these commercials, but they put laughter in comedy in the commercials in order to lure you in for you to be reminded of that particular product. So I'll give you an example. Geico, with the iguana and, and the different, little skits that they have for their commercials. You laugh and you laugh and you laugh and you're not thinking anything about it. You know what I'm saying? Where they're subconsciously embedded in themselves inside your mind. So when it comes the time for you to get car insurance, the first thing that's going to pop up in your head is Geico. So we don't realize that we're being controlled. That not too much money is invested in the product itself, but there are millions upon millions of dollars invested in the marketing and the advertising team for that product. We don't realize that. We don't realize that. Let's take, for example, if you want to look at America like this, a pie maker, right? America's a pie maker. In America, she makes you believe that she's the only pie maker on the planet, or rather the only pie maker that makes the best pies. So what America does is she gives you choices. You can have the apple pie, the cherry pie, or the peach pie. And you think that you have your own mind because you're given the freedom of choice. You think that just because you have a choice in those three pies, that is freedom, and it's really not. You choose the apple pie. And you feel so good inside because you made that particular choice, not knowing in your mind that you've been tricked and deceived. Because at the end of the day, you can make your own pie. And it doesn't necessarily have to be those three different choices that America gave you. And that's the point that I'm trying to make in this whole video, that we're being controlled. And I realized that. And the minute that I realized that, I said to myself, I can no longer be controlled. No longer. For what little freedom that I do have, mentally, I'm going to use it. So therefore, when I hear obey the law, it comes out different than you hearing it. When I hear obey the law, I hear obey their law, obey their rules, obey what they say. That's what I hear. When I hear you have the right, the freedom of speech, I don't hear it like you all hear it. You all hear it and say, yes, we do have the constitutional right of freedom of speech. It's not how I hear it. I hear it that another man is trying to tell me that I have the freedom of speech, in which I was born with the freedom of speech. When I came out of the womb and I said, I was screaming and hollering. I was born with that right. No man on this planet had to give me that. And that's what you all need to understand. That at the end of the day, you have your own mind. And in reality, I've always had this problem throughout my life because I always did what I wanted to do, and I was very hard-headed. Ran away from home at the age of 16 from my mother because I didn't want to listen to her. I joined a cult, and in that cult that was disguised as a black organization, I had a whole lot of problems with them. You want to know why? Because they could not control me. They couldn't control me. And there were certain things that I just was not going to do. And eventually I left the cult. I've always had problems with women because I never wanted to do what they wanted me to do or be who they wanted me to be, because that's who you want me to be, not who I am. I think the mother of my children she's slowly but surely understanding me. Slowly, it's taking a long time. Because I think she got it in her mind that, yo, one day he's going to change, but it's now dawning on her like, nah, he is just really stern on his ideology. And it's just the truth. Can't no man, can't no woman change me. I'm going to be who I am till the day that I die. Period. It's just that plain and simple. My mother couldn't change me. My father couldn't change me. So what makes you think that you can? I do what I want to do. What little freedom that I have. Because at any given time, you know, the cops could bust through this door and arrest me and detain me. I hear all the, and I'm no disrespect to the Moors, you know, you talking about your sovereign and your indigenous of this land and et cetera, and you know, I get it, I get the whole thing, but they're gonna handcuff you while you are talking all that sovereignty shit. If you disobey their laws. And that's the thing. The point that I'm making is that what little freedom that I do have over myself, I'm going to utilize it. So I'm not going to be told what to do. There's no point of a person telling me what to do because I'm going to do what I want to do. Yo, look at it like this, man. This is COVID-19 is busting our asses. I've been reading about this for years upon years upon years. I never thought that I would ever see the day that this would truly manifest, because I think that it's going to get even far more worse than this. If that's a word. Worse than this. You know, they're projecting them by April the 13th or something like that, there's going to be 569,000 deaths in America alone. And I don't think that this is the only, I think this is not the biggest virus. I just don't think so. I think that there's something that's bigger than this that's right behind the corner. Or, you know, just like Pretty Ricky says, you know, this is COVID-19. So this is a virus that can mutate. And it could be a COVID 20, 21, 22, 23, 20, etc. Being that we're living in this day and time where there's an awakening, meaning that, yo, if you don't see things for what it is right now, you definitely have to be Stevie blind. And I know some of y'all, you know, don't know who Stevie Wonder is. So you don't understand what I just said. Stevie Wonder is a great musician. Look his work up, and he's blind, but he can play the hell out of instruments. But you gotta be Stevie blind, yo. Straight up. And even Stevie, to a certain degree, is not blind. In other words, I'm saying his other, you know, abilities have been enhanced. So if you don't see that there's no such thing as a God or Jesus or Allah in 2020, I don't know what to tell you. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to ask you a plain and simple question. I don't need, I hate it when I'm just letting y'all know straight up, so y'all won't do it anymore. I hate it when y'all leave these long ass comments. I do not read that. I don't have time to read a fucking 120-page book in a comment section. I just don't. It don't make sense to me. If you can't get to the point in a few paragraphs, I'm done. I'm just being real with you. This is a new day and time, man. I'm just being real with you. I really got to shorten my videos. The only reason why I think people look at my videos that are like 15 minutes on up is because it's very, very interesting. Other than that, we all got short attention spans. Straight up. Don't blame it on these millennials. We all got that. We don't have time to be listening to the BS. Either you cut to the chase and that's it. Other than that, I ain't got time for it. I just don't. So my point of making is that if you can't see that there's no God, there's no Allah or whatever have you, it's sad. It's sad for you. Period. the question, how is it that you can believe in a God that has allowed over 300,000 people to be killed? But I'm going to answer my own question because I forgot about it. He allowed his only begotten son to be killed. He allowed Jesus to have nails pierced in his hands and a crown made out of thorns put on his head, and to be put up on a cross and stabbed on the side, and he bled out. In other words, he died a horrible death, and God sat right there and looked at it. So I guess I answered my own question. He don't mind 300. If he don't mind seeing his only God, his only son, God that is, if that doesn't move him, if that doesn't bother him, seeing his own flesh and blood die right in front of his face, then he don't give a fuck about 300,000 people, 500,000 people at that. So I guess I answered my own question. You don't have to answer it in the comment section. It's just like that. But hell, he's a deadbeat dad anyway. He allowed Joseph to take care of his father, Jesus, and then he put Mother Mary in a fucked up situation because now she a baby mama, and she had to convince Joseph that it was an immaculate conception and ain't nobody had sexual intercourse with her. Come on, man. Come on, it's 2020. If you don't believe, it ain't even a thing about believing, it's about seeing and knowing. If you keep on saying that this shit is a conspiracy theory, that no, there's no possible way that my government would ever have this whole agenda to depopulate the planet, man, get out of here. I'm not trying to hear it. Bill Gates said it himself that we have to depopulate the planet. Period. It's 2020. I'm not trying to scare you all. All I'm saying is at the end of the day, you don't know if life is promised tomorrow, so why live for someone else? Live for yourself. Live for yourself. Live for yourself. It's two things that I preach on this channel. Now I'm going to say preach. Amen. It's health and fitness. They go one and the same. So my point in making is that whatever virus that's coming out, whatever agenda that they have, hey, your chances of survival are far more greater if you are healthy, and if you eat right and you work out. Then you're not doing that. And I know what y'all are gonna say. Well, it was some people that did die that was healthy and ate right and blah blah blah. How many were there that died that ate healthy and ate right from the coronavirus than those that didn't eat healthy and didn't work out? I'll let you tell it. Yo, man, live your life. Live your life. I'm not living for no one anymore. No more. Man, if tomorrow is my last day, I'm going to get up and do what the hell I want to do. And I advise you to do that. Stop living for your moms. Stop living for your father. Stop living for your kids. Stop living for your boyfriend. Stop living for your girlfriend. Stop living for your husband, your wife, and the list goes on. Stop living for religion. Stop living for your job. Stop living for these celebrities and do what you want to do in life and be who you want to be. And I'm telling you, man, your life would be far more greater. Everything would be lifted up off you. And it's just being real, you know, like you'll experience freedom like you've never experienced before. Other than that, my name is Langston2092. I want you to like, comment, subscribe. Definitely share this video. Later.